It's Wolfy-Chan, and I'm back with another anime review. And this is the classic Sailor Moon, not Sailor Moon Crystal. I actually haven't started watching that one. I watched a couple episodes and realized that it's kind of like a remake of the original Sailor Moon. So I kind of wanted it to come out as a dub, which I know between Japanese culture and this one that like her name went from Usagi to Serena. A lot of the scenes got G-rated or Gified. Um, the sexual relationship of two of the Sailor Scouts went from being basically lesbians to they were just cousins, and that I believe one set of the kind of the darker scouts were men turning into females. So a lot of that happened in the original Sailor Moon, which came out. I don't remember if it's in the 1990s or around the 2000s, like the beginning of 2000s. But I know that this is a really, really old anime series, and I know that once again they are doing Sailor Moon Crystal. So, and that's a little bit revamped. They also put more 3D in it, which I was like, you didn't need to, but cool. So the original one follows our main character Serena, who basically is an airhead. She doesn't wake up for school on time, gets really bad grades. Brr. I believe she then finds a cat and decides to take her home with her because cats and all this stuff. Um, and you find out, I believe her name is Luna because it's Luna Artemis or Artem. I can't remember what his name. And then they have a little baby, which I believe they nicknamed Arte. Not Arte. I can't remember, but they're like the cats are all like moon ones, and it's really cute. But Serena basically is like an airhead and stuff like that. But bad things start happening to the planet. So Luna decides, hey, become a sailor scout. And she's like, what's that? And she's like, look, just have this pendant and go Sailor Moon power. And she does, turns into Sailor Moon, is like, what is this? What's happening? I'm only a teenager, I don't know what to do. And from then on, she basically fights evil. Which you then have Tuxedo Mask that also helps her, which he's basically just a normal guy in a tux. Love it. Just pure love, pure love. Especially since the original voice actors of the English dub came back to do Crystal. Awesome. So, Serena then slowly gets people to make the Sailor Scouts. You find out that Sailor Venus already had her powers, and so she just is an add-on, I believe, after Mars and Jupiter. I think it goes Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and then Venus. I think so because it goes. It's either that or Mercury is first, and she's just a nerdy girl, but she really wants to help and protect people. She gets into a situation, and Luna's like, "Have this," and she's like, What?" And then turns into Sailor Mercury and really helps Sailor Moon with this bad guy, and then becomes a Sailor Scout and inevitably her friend. And she's really smart, so she helps out Serena a lot. And then next up is Sailor Mars, who is a Shinto priestess, and she's very hot headed. And so I believe something bad starts happening at a shrine, and that's when Sailor Moon and Sailor Mercury comes in, and they're like, "You should really help us." And she's like, "But I don't have powers like you." And then the thing comes out, and she turns into Sailor Mars, has an arrow, shoots it, and is like, "Yeah," and becomes kind of the tougher one in the Sailor Mars kind of group. And like I said, I think it's Jupiter and then Venus, or Venus and then Jupiter, because Venus was already kind of like a popular hit icon, and she's like before Sailor Moon. And so then when you find out that Venus is a Sailor Scout and she's doing this part-time. She then joins Sailor Moon and is like, definitely I'll help you, especially when it's something that draws her into it. It's really kind of cool. And then you get Sailor Jupiter, who is a tomboy and loves cooking and all that stuff. And she doesn't know if she really should do it or anything like that. But then gets to do it. So it's really cool. What else? So you have those, and then you get the add-on of Neptune and Uranus, who are the lesbian lovers. And they're later on in the series. And so because of that, they fight, and it's later on in the series. I believe the actually legit last episode that I ever got to watch of Sailor Moon, because I think it got cut off the air from like WB to get a new series on instead of having a long running one, was when they were fighting this elephant vacuum cleaner woman. And I believe it had Neptune and Uranus in it. But the continuation, and I think this is going over like season like 1, 2, and 3, I think, almost, because I've seen the episodes that have Sailor Pluto in it. I've seen Sailor Saturn. I did watch the episodes with Chibi Moon, or Mini Moon, I believe she was called. And you find out, it's like my parents, like I come from the future, my parents are Damien and Serena. You find out Damien, like Serena and Damien slowly gets a relationship, but I don't think they ever revealed that it's Tuxedo Mask or Sailor Moon. And like Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask have a thing together. And Sailor Moon has a whole bunch of gadgets that she fights with. She fights with her tiara. She fights with, I think, her moon crystal power. She turns into like the original Serena, which is the whole thing. Like, the moon used to be a palace for the Sailor Scouts, and then something bad happened, and Serena's mom, her original mom or whatever, sent her and everybody else away so that she could protect them. Which you then, find out that they're from the moon, and Serena basically, I believe they basically got rebirthed into the earth and all that stuff. So that's a thing. And you see when Serena originally comes back to being the original one, or the one that's in the future and all this stuff. It is really, really cool. I really love it. I've seen some of the movies as well, not all of them. But this is a franchise that I love, and if you want more of the series and stuff like that of it, or the other seasons to it, definitely tell me in the comment section below. And since we're on that topic, if you like this video, definitely leave a like. Leave it in the comment section below. Who is, out of all the Sailor Scouts, your favorite? Mine is actually mixed between Jupiter and Pluto. I love them. Especially I like each of their powers too. Their powers are very different. If you actually want me to go over like a character thing of like their individual powers and what they have, definitely tell me in the comment section below, as well as your favorite Sailor Scout. And definitely don't forget to subscribe, because I try and get videos out from Monday till Friday. Something new, something old, or just something different. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, took me a minute. The links are down below. And I hope that you've been having a very wonderful, wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.